Hello and welcome to the NFL Week 2 Top 10 Most Rigged Plays. Welcome back, disgruntled sports fan. Another week, another Top 10. Are y'all ready to break down some fake, phony, pretend football plays? I hope so, 'cause we're going to do that right now. Patrick Mahomes, arguably the greatest quarterback to ever play the game. This is the guy every quarterback is chasing. He's got a clean pocket all the time in the world. And what does he do? Throws it right to the opposing team on purpose. Yet another game where the Chiefs barely win by a shoestring, but they don't cover. And people will say, oh, the refs cheated the Bengals out of winning. No, they didn't. It was a fake, phony, pretend game, and Patrick Mahomes threw it right to the Bengals more than once. So here is more proof that the refs did not cheat the Bengals out of winning this game. The Bengals laid down and lost on purpose. You got this big bomb play. You have the defender in decent position to make a play on the ball and swat it away, perhaps even intercept it. The ball hangs in the air a bit. It gives the defender excellent time to close the gap and go up and swat it away, maybe even intercept it. But watch, he's going to purposely go up and make a fake swat attempt and miss. And then watch, he lands on his face comically. Like, this stuff is ridiculous. It doesn't even resemble real football. And so Rice makes this easy catch, easy touchdown. And so the refs didn't cheat the Bengals out of winning this game. It's the Bengals who lost on purpose. So now that I have established that the whole game is pretend and all the players are in on the act, now we can show the play where the refs supposedly cheated the Bengals. You guys, the refs are part of the show. If they're told to throw a flag, they throw a flag. Like right now, one of the refs might have an earpiece and they might say, throw a flag for pass interference no matter what happens. And if that's the ref's job, to throw a pass interference flag right here, no matter what happens, well, then he's got to do his job, right? And so here's the play. It's fourth down. It's incomplete. Bengals win. Oh, no! There's the flag. No! Yes, of course. You got to be expecting it at this point. Flag down. Mahomes gets another shot to win the game. So here the play in question, you can see the defender does make contact with the receiver before the ball arrives, technically by the letter of the law, impeding his ability to catch the ball. That is technically, you guys, pass interference. Now on a fourth down play, I'm more of a fan of letting the players play, and the defender has to really mug a receiver in order for it to be pass interference, in my opinion, on a fourth down play that's going to decide the game. But by the letter of the law, that is pass interference, and so you could argue that that is the correct call. Look how it bounced off that Bengals player's head. Hilarious. Oh, and what number is he? He just happens to be number 33. Those of you who know, oh, you know. How hilarious. That's how your game should end, but it doesn't. Of course not. Pass interference. Patrick Mahomes gets another opportunity, and Chiefs win, of course. Now, I don't know about you guys, but my picks this last Sunday were not very good. But one game I got 100% correct from top to bottom is this game right here. I said that the quarterbacks in this game were basically a wash, and it was going to come down to the rest of the rosters, and that I liked Green Bay to win this game outright in an upset, even without Jordan Love at quarterback. Now, when I said in this game that Anthony Richardson and Green Bay's backup quarterback, Malik Willis, are basically a wash, people lost their minds in the comments section and said that that was the stupidest football take they have ever heard in their life. People insulted me relentlessly for saying that Anthony Richardson and Malik Willis in this game were basically a wash. But guess what happened in this game? Rookie sensation Anthony Richardson gonna chuck this lame duck way over his receiver's head directly to the Green Bay Packers. I mean, did his receiver have any shot at that one? I would say no. Now people will say, hey, you know, everyone makes mistakes. Well, guess what? He's also on the next spot on my list with an even worse interception. So now it's the fourth quarter, and the Colts haven't done anything all day, and backup quarterback, who everyone said is terrible, is outplaying Anthony Richardson, just like I told you would happen. And then Anthony Richardson really proves my point when he throws this interception. You want to tell me this is a mistake? You guys, that Packers dude is right in front of his receiver. Literally standing right in front of his receiver. That Colts player is not open at all. So he throws it straight to the Packers again. This one is the game-sealing interception right here. So again, when I capped this game, I said these two quarterbacks are basically a wash. And it's going to come down to the rest of the roster that decides this game. And I like Green Bay. People said that was the dumbest football take ever. So let's go ahead and check the official stats for Malik Willis, who people said is the worst backup quarterback in the league. 12 of 14, 122 yards, 1 touchdown, 0 interceptions, 126.8 QB rating. You know, that's not a bad game for a backup quarterback. Now let's look at his counterpart, who everyone said is so much better. Anthony Richardson, 17 of 34, 204 yards, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions. Yeah, 41.8 QB rating. It seems to me the backup quarterback who everyone said is the worst in the league, he just totally outplayed this Anthony Richardson fellow. So I guess my take wasn't the worst football take ever. This play right here, man, is some extra phony rigoroni with a side of baloney. Dak Prescott, who has been known to throw into triple coverage on purpose. On this play, dude delivers a perfectly thrown pass. That receiver is open. That ball appears to be right on the money. So now let's watch this receiver, for whatever reason, decide to take this really weird low dive forward and allow the ball to be intercepted by the defender who was behind him. And there he is on the ground now on his hands and knees. Oh, but wait, there's more. Let the rigoroni truly begin. So now it is, of course, all of the Dallas players' job to tackle that guy, right? So let's look at the effort that they make to get him. Number one, let's watch him try and make a tackle. Oh, yeah, he can't even stay on his feet. He just falls down back there. That was a good effort. My favorite part of this whole play, number 15 right there, he's going to come in running with all this speed, but he's not even looking where the ball carrier is. So then he runs right past the ball carrier. Bro, where are you going? Right? And then he's like, whoopsie. And then he runs behind his own lineman. He runs behind his own fat lineman, and it appears he's given up on the play. Like, okay, he's not going to catch that guy. Or is he? You know what? He decides he's going to put in the effort now, and he does make the tackle. What? What even is this? This doesn't even sort of look like real football. How does anyone out there think that this even sort of looks like real football? Because it doesn't even sort of look like real football to me. If I had to pick a favorite NFL player, my favorite player would be Skylar Murphy. Skylar Murphy looks like a middle school kid playing NFL football. And Skylar Murphy is like 200% more athletic and agile than any human trying to tackle him. Skylar Murphy reminds me of a toddler running away from their parent, and the parent tripping and falling, unable to catch the extremely fast toddler. Look at him go. I love that red bird on Skylar's helmet. And Skylar, when the time is right, will show off this rocket of an arm, like, kapow! Holy crap, that was in slow motion, and it's already there, kapow! Deadly accuracy. You guys, if the games were real, Skylar Murphy would be the best quarterback in the world. Holy crap. Skylar Murphy. I know he will never win a Super Bowl because he's Skylar Murphy, the guy with a bird on his helmet. But if the games were real, Skylar Murphy and the Cardinals would be undefeated forever. So the NFL script writers were thinking, okay, we have two crappy teams that nobody wants to watch. How can we make this game even more silly and even more stupid and make it even more unwatchable than usual? Oh, let's have one of the kickers get hurt on the kickoff, kicking the ball and running down the field. And then we'll have that team play some ass-backwards game of football where they don't have a kicker. That'll be hilarious. Roll them. Oh, and this was one of the games where I was on the Giants. So that means on fourth down, when it's tied 18-18, in a spot where you would normally kick a field goal to take the lead. Oh, well, the Giants couldn't kick a field goal to take the lead because their field goal kicker pulled his hamstring or his groin on the opening kickoff of the game, right? So here in a spot where it all comes down to having to kick a field goal to take the lead, oh, can't do it. What are the odds that the field goal kicker gets injured and it just so happens to come down to needing that field goal kicker in the fourth quarter? Of course it does. So they go for it on fourth down. Oh, and guess what? They don't make it. Giants lose. So the guy who had the worst week of all had to be Tua Tagovailoa. And in this game, he was absolutely putrid. I mean, let's watch this guy who was not touched, had a nice clean pocket, has an open receiver, wide open, but he chucks it way over his head right to the Buffalo Bills. I mean, that one was totally obvious. So here, Tua and the Dolphins are only down 14 points, and even though the game has not gone their way at all, it is only the third quarter, and there is still time to make a comeback. We've seen teams come back from 2 touchdowns down before, so Tua in this spot does the unthinkable. He commits the number 1 most rigged play of the week. And it is this one. And Tua happens to be wearing number 1 on his jersey. Fitting, because this is the number 1 most rigged play of the week by far. He runs backwards a lot. Starts running backwards a lot and does something no quarterback should ever do at any level. Throws off of his back foot while getting hit, running backwards. A terrible, terrible decision. And he throws a dead duck in the air out of desperation. And this dead duck heads right for the Buffalo Bills. There is not a dolphin in the area. That dead duck had no chance of getting out of bounds. He threw it right to the Bills and handed them the dagger touchdown, which basically sealed this game. And that, my friends, is your number 1 most rigged scripted play of the week. And just when you think it couldn't get any worse for poor Tua Tagovailoa, he goes down with the dreaded, scripted injury. No! Say it ain't so! The pretend, fake, phony, scripted injury! No! No! Oh yes, the fake, phony doctor who is always ready to make a YouTube video whenever a high-profile player goes down. We always have this doctor right here who's going to tell us, I have done my medical analysis while watching television, and I can assure you that he has concussion symptoms and he will be unable to play for maybe the rest of his life because of commotio concussion concordiitis. I am a YouTube doctor and I know everything about football injuries that I see on TV. So please listen to me. Deedly dee dee dee.